You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me.
YouTube, what is good? How are you guys doing? Today's video is going to be focusing on the 1 series because I went outside and the clutch pedal was dead. No pressure in it, just straight to the floor. So obviously we know that's the clutch sleeve or the master sleeve, but thank God ECS Tuning has a kit that has both of them and the lines and everything, which I have right here. So I'm gonna be tackling this today, but the only part is I get out of work at like 3 o'clock, and you guys know that the sun sets at 4 o'clock, so it's so terrible. But we'll remember these days for when I have a shop to do my work, where we don't have to worry about lighting or the time of day or being cold outside trying to work on a car. So I apologize in advance that I can't get you guys the proper content I want to do, but instead of complaining about the proper content that I want to put out, I at least want to put out content. So I'm at least posting. You guys know that I'm active and I'm actually doing something and not letting this channel go to waste. Now, living in colder areas, that's the downfall of being a car guy if you don't have a shop, working outside in the cold, and on top of that, daylight savings is the worst. It literally gets dark at like 4 o'clock on the dot. So I'm working against time and sunlight, but it's all good. There's not really many videos online on how to do it to begin with, which I don't like. So I'm gonna be basically going in there with whatever mechanical knowledge I know and basically trying to tackle it. I might not get it all done today, and that's okay. Your boy hasn't slept and I have work tonight, so take it day by day. That's all we can do. And the next stop for the 1 series will probably be to buy a clutch. So yeah, recording off my phone right now, so if the audio is a little ass, I'm so sorry. The camera's charging. I haven't used the camera in so long, so battery's dead. So but yeah, I'm gonna go jack up the car. The jack's in my X5. I'm gonna go jack it up and start tackling this project. Quickly wanted to show you guys my concoction. This is where the slave cylinder is, and you can see I have an extended socket, a bunch of extensions just going right to this long handle ratchet. Sorry. I don't know why I couldn't think, but I had unscrewed this little shield right here. You guys can see I unscrewed that to get me some clearance, pulled it out the way, was able to send a bunch of extensions all the way to that 13 bolt on the upper hand. So I've seen the videos, well, some videos, there's not really many talking about how to do this, but yeah, as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3 extensions, and then I have an extended socket onto the 13 millimeter. All right, boys, you can see that thing is out. Literally right here on the floor. I don't know where it went wrong. I mean, I got some fluid coming out of that right there, but there's nothing. I can't really tell what's wrong with this. Maybe it could be the master sleeve, but you know, I might just I don't know if I have the part, so I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it regardless. So I'm gonna go ahead and work inside the interior and bang that one out. This is what I'm working with. Currently I'm using my phone, so I know that audio quality won't be as good, but my camera can't reach under there with that microphone. So I'm looking at it. I'm not too sure what went wrong with this piece, but maybe it just needed to be bleeded, but I doubt that. So we're just gonna replace everything, and like I said, I'll work on the inside of the car and work on the master clutch, the master sleeve, right with this pedal right here, because it's dead. All right, boys, I can't get the best view for you guys in here, but from what I've been seeing is that this isn't too hard. I have some 10 mils on the bracket that I have to take out, and then remove like the line back there and the clutch pin, etc. Blase. Shouldn't be too hard, but I am fighting daylight, so I have to just speed run through this because I'm literally supposed to get a snowstorm in like an hour, couple hours. So I'm gonna speed run this, try to get this out as fast as possible. And even if I don't finish the bleeding process today, at least this is done, so I don't have to worry about it again, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. I just wanted to quickly show you guys something because I've had trouble trying to get this out because not many people make videos on it. So when you're doing this, remove it, right? See that? You can see where I've been trying to get at it with pliers, and I don't know why I didn't look at another video. So you can see it's all scratched up in there. I need to get that out in order to remove the master slave cylinder, right? So there's a clip up top. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. I don't know where it dropped to. Let me see right here. Sorry about that. There's this clip, right, that holds in the actual pedal. So like my pedal right now is like, it's free moving. So that allows you the range of motion to be able to actually get at that. And all you have to do is slide it right off. There's a little bolt right up there. I don't know if you guys can see that. See that up there? You just slide it right back on there, and then you just put the clip back on when you're done. I don't know why I did not do that or think of that or watch a different video, but I just want to save you guys the time in case you have to do a replacement like this. So I'm gonna get back to the dirty work, and I'll see you guys in a few. Boys and girls, a couple weeks later, we're getting some more progress on the 1 series. Let me just give you guys an update of what's going on. It's been, I told you guys, I'm working against the weather, and not having a garage kind of sucks. But let me flip this camera around and tell you guys what's been going on. Earlier today, sold the front bumper. Sorry, I'm recording off my phone, not my camera. It's just a little easier too right now to record off my phone. But my 1M style front bumper is gone. It was picked up today. So I have a new bumper coming in and fenders. So yes, sir, 1M clone will be going on. But as you can see, some progress there. I was able to take it out, and so something was definitely clogging my system here because none of the fluid was draining out anywhere, and you can't see it like going to the lines. So this little line over here, I wasn't getting any fluid coming out, but as you can see, fluid's now dripping out of it. But I have a new replacement part that I bought off eBay, a used one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect these right here, 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna go inside, and I think there's a clip on the brake pedal I'm gonna undo, and then there should be 2 bolts that hold in the brake booster, so I can just pull this out completely, because I don't know if you guys can see there's still fluid in there. I don't know if this is what's my problem that's clogging everything else, but I have everything to just swap this out, this whole unit out completely. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. All right, boys, so what I have decided to do is I'm gonna go ahead and take apart the brake booster. The only thing that I'm probably gonna have issues with is that I'm gonna have to bleed the system, and I'm gonna have to bleed my DSC. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna bleed the DSC, but I know I'm gonna bleed the brakes. But I'll bleed the brakes, and then I'll see about if it's drivable. I can take this to a shop to have them bleed the DSC. But for the most part, I'm gonna go ahead, take apart the brake booster. I already went inside. It's a pin on the actual pedal, and it's a little. Let me show you. You're gonna have one of these pins. I just use a flathead quickly, pry it off, and then the brake booster is held in by 13 mils, 2 of them, and then this will be inside from where the pin is. You just push it out on this end, and it'll come out this way, and it comes right out, easy peasy. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's getting pretty dark, so your boy's gonna be working in the dark, and we're gonna be getting some snow soon. So all I'm gonna be doing is taking apart these right here, 1, 2. I'm gonna pull this right here up. I'm gonna disconnect the battery first before I even do any of that, but I'm gonna pull up on this, disconnect this, and then disconnect all of these, and I'm gonna take a picture first of how this looks, so that when it comes time to put it back together, that I just put them in the right right spot. But honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lift this up enough to where I can take this out and swap out the new one I got on eBay. Well, new to me, not really brand new, but yeah, and then see if this was my problem and this probably failed, and we'll go from there. All right, now boys and girls, glad I got this out before it starts to get dark out. But this is the old, right, and the new one is right here. This is off eBay. Got it for pretty cheap, I believe. It's like, I think it was under $100, probably like 50 or something like that. But yeah, so I was able to get bypass unplugging all these lines, well, unscrewing all the lines. And what I just basically did is I just, instead of taking this out completely, I just lifted it up to give me enough space, and I pulled it right out. So let me see if I could just put this right in so that I can bypass me having to do the DSC thing. And yeah, maybe it's just bleeding the brakes, I guess. I bleed the brakes just because this car is a little old and it has sat for a while. So I'll bleed the brakes, and I'll also bleed the clutch. So hopefully everything goes in according to plan. And yeah, I'm sorry this video has taken, so in real time, this job took me about 3 weeks just because of the weather I'm dealing with. As you guys can see, there's like, it's still snowing here, but this week it's gonna be like 50 degrees, so I gotta get this car running. So give you guys an overview of what went on, right? I swapped out my reservoir on the brake booster, right? I probably didn't really even need to, now that I think about it. And you guys see all these tools on this ground. So my clutch is back. Took me a minute, but my clutch is back, and I was able to, I swapped out the master and the slave cylinder underneath. And I've been doing this job by myself, so, and dealing with the weather in the Northeast, it's kind of harder to keep up with these cars, and I don't have a garage, so I gotta work whenever I can, whether it's in the cold or whatever it is. So I finally banged it out. Like I told you guys, it took me 3 weeks. Now here's why it took me a little longer. I ordered the reservoir, the master, slave cylinder, a new line, pretty much everything you can think of. The whole system got replaced. And trying to bleed it one day, I blew up my new master and slave cylinder, so I had to go replace those. Did that. Now when you bleed this, what people don't tell you, like I tried every way, whether it was pumping the clutch or like, it was by myself, so I would pump it, go underneath, bleed it. But I went to Harbor Freight and I picked up a brake bleeder for like $50. Helped tremendously. Also, one of the things that I was doing wrong was I wasn't opening the bleeder all the way. Bleed it with the brake bleeder. I promise you, it'll take like probably 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes tops. Now, when it comes to putting back on the bolts for your slave, this is the concoction I use. Sorry, there's like ice and stuff all over it, but 1, 2, 3 extensions and a 13 right here. And I took off some of the heat shield that was underneath the car to give me access to get that top bolt, and it worked like a charm. I was able to slide this in, get it right on where the bolt goes, and just turn it with my fingers. And then I used a long extension ratchet like this, and I literally just tightened it and loosened it from underneath the car like that. Good, y'all. I am in the 1 series because I want to close this video out. The car is back running and working. I have a clutch and I have brakes, so I was able to bleed my brakes today with my mom, so she was a huge help. Shout out Mama Topshada, you the goat. I had her pressing the brake in while I was bleeding it. So I used the same vacuum, well, pump thing that I showed to bleed the clutch for the brakes because it's meant for the brakes. But car is working. I drove around the block. Car is fine. Now we get into the exciting part. So I know I've been posting the boring content on me fixing the car, but that's what comes when you get a car for so cheap. Not saying the car is bad, but you know, like older cars in general, it's not a newer car, so every bolt's rusted, parts gonna need to be replaced. But this is what I signed up for, this is what I wanted, and I couldn't be more happier. I'm just glad I'm able to problem solve and get these done and put out the content. But yeah, so clutch is back, no longer on the floor. Let me show you guys. And so clutch, I have a clutch pedal and I have brakes. So turn this bad boy on. Not in gear. It's running a little rough. She does need gas, but I really want to start working on this car because it needs to be prepped for a swap. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on all socials and make sure you subscribe and hit this like button. And from now on, the content is going to be a little bit better because it's more exciting now. The problem solving part's out the way, so if you stay to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. And I love you all, and Topshada out, baby.